wrote together.
Remember what unites us all.
The stage is set, and the curtain rises. Actors, the moment to dazzle has arrived.
Dzień dobry, witam bardzo serdecznie. Chapter 2, akt 4. Wuthering Waves. Witam.
You there, Abster?
What's
up?
It's taking longer for Abby to react.
Hey, there's nothing to worry about. I'm just a little beat, that's all. Oh, earlier, when I was half asleep, I came up with this great idea for finding the Sentinel.
Let's hear it.
Didn't the Sentinel say they're locked up in some kind of tower in the sky? Well, how about I just fly up there and look for it? Easy as pie.
The tower is either too far to see, or it's totally covered by clouds. Otherwise, we would have seen some sign of it on the ground.
Ja bym pomyślał, że to jest kurwa metafora.
Are you sure you could fly that far?
Hey, come on! It won't hurt to try. The cliff at 𝗥𝗪𝗲 would be a perfect launch pad.
Aha, czyli bierzemy pod uwagę, że to nie jest metafora, że zamknięty w wieży, tylko szukamy realnej wieży. Okay. Witam, prykło.
Music itself holds no emotion. It's the heart that grants it meaning. So, dear listener, tell me, what feelings did my piece evoke in you?
Ty rzeczywiście, jak podbiegłem w to miejsce, to była jakaś babka. Kto to jest? Nie widzieliśmy jej wcześniej, nie? Ale też ma takie uszy, jak tam ta babeczka, której szukaliśmy. Relaxation and warmth.
Wow. A very valuable insight. Thank you. That brings me closer to completing my piece. Salutations, Rover. My name is 𝗟R𝗺𝗲𝗀, a wandering bard. I'm glad to have met you. I was sent by Lady Carlotta to find you. As I passed that abandoned house, I suddenly felt this, well, you know, rush of inspiration that just can't be ignored. So I stopped to compose a piece. Surprise, surprise, the melody led me right to you. Well, I suppose this won't count as me getting distracted, right?
If Carlotta asked you to find me, has something happened?
Lady Carlotta told me you encountered the supposed martyred maiden, 𝗪𝗺𝗪𝗪. She dispatched search teams soon after, but there's been no sign of 𝗪𝗺𝗪𝗪 since.
Ciakona?
That's why she asked me to use my forte to recreate the frequency you experienced at the time, to see if any details you might have missed become clearer.
Okej.
Recreate the frequency?
Nie musisz powtarzać po ludziach.
It's a little tricky to explain in words. Think of it like being in an immersive portrait. Can you tell me about your meeting with 𝗪𝗺𝗃𝗧? The more details, the better. Even the smallest things count.
Ona ma jakby jeden róg ścięty, czy one po prostu nie miały być rogami, tylko z jakąś taką ozdobą we włosach?
Let's see here. Tweak a few notes here. Some emotions there. Textures. That should do it.
Ona jest bardem.
Now then, Rover. Time for you to tune in to your memories.
Tune into my memories. Does that mean I'm supposed to see the past from another perspective?
Laureate.
Our tacit marks are glowing again. It appears there is a special connection between them. What is the meaning of this?
Someone used their resonance ability to help me relive this moment, but this seems unexpected.
How did you first come to notice me?
The Sentinel. 𝗪𝗺𝗃𝗧 voice guided me to you.
You heard the Sentinel's voice? Then tell me, am I their resonator?
To pytanie, które muszę sobie zadać. What?
Well, 𝗪𝗺𝗃𝗧 called you the Lost, and Primus Fenrico claims you are the resonator for Leviathan through Nodian.
Lewiatan?
But you really don't have any idea?
I've actually been searching for the answer to this question too. My memories are fragmented. I remember becoming a resonator, and the moment I was given the name 𝗪𝗺𝗪𝗃𝗧. I also remember fighting something, but the details and the outcome of that battle are lost to me. You seem deeply concerned about the Sentinel. Tell me, why is that?
Abby.
You rang? Whoa! Check it out! Our frequencies got split apart. Basically, we're sorta in that hover mode you once joked about. Nothing new to me, though.
This must be the frequency that's entangled within you. Is it some kind of echo?
Możesz wyczuć Abby?
Yes. I'm experiencing a similar kind of frequency split. Though there is little that remains of my resonance powers. I feel its frequency weakening. I understand why you're eager to find the Sentinel. You said you heard the Sentinel's voice. Was there anything else they said?
They spoke of being ensnared in an inverted tower suspended in the sky.
Ensnared? Does that mean behind the seals there's...
Czy coś ci przychodzi na myśl?
I'm sure you've noticed that I was drawn here only as a frequency. My true form currently resides inside an inverted sonorosphere, suspended high in the sky. At its center stands a tower, its gate locked by 3 seals. I've sensed a voice calling out to me from behind them. Could it be the Sentinel?
Say, it's really faint, so I barely noticed earlier. Is that a Drenodian smell I'm getting from you?
The scent of a Threnodian. You can perceive the Threnodian.
Skąd wiesz, Abby?
It's not an exact one-to-one with that big 𝗪𝗺𝗪𝗃𝗪𝗃𝗪 I had. But I never mix up a flavor I've already tasted.
Abby has a
Tasted?
nose for these sort of things. We came across Threnodian powers before in Jinzhou. So it's safe to say Abby can be trusted.
Do you think I'm the Threnodian's resonator?
If we're making assumptions, let's err on the optimistic side first. Given your current situation, it is possible you were affected by the Threnodian's powers during your battle alongside 𝗪𝗺𝗺𝗪. That could be the reason behind losing all your power, too.
I take it this theory would benefit you as well. After all, that unique echo of yours needs the Sentinel's powers for treatment, does it not? Even in adventure tales, it's not always the witch who loses her memory. It could also be a blessed maiden, trying to regain her powers. In that case, it appears we share the same goal of finding the Sentinel.
Jesteś jakoś pewna tego.
Spending so much time alone in the sonorosphere gave me plenty of time to consider countless possibilities. I've braced myself for whatever may come until I find the answers I'm seeking.
I want to know what's going on with 𝗪𝗺𝗺𝗪 in that tower. And I want to speak with you in person. How can I reach your sonorosphere?
A part of the sonorosphere is actually on land, though its outer perimeter is surrounded by a barrier. I cannot leave, and no one can enter. I'm afraid that won't do. That barrier also acts as the power source that maintains the 𝗪sphere's integrity. If it's destroyed, the entire sphere will collapse. And the ruins, along with the tacit discords it houses, would come crashing down on Ragusa. It would be catastrophic.
You said no one can get in. Has anyone tried?
Yes. I've occasionally sensed someone wandering outside the barrier, as if searching for a way inside.
O, kogo?
Perhaps they know something.
Any distinguishing features?
Almost like a deep-sea jellyfish.
Wielki waleń? Nie wiem o czym ona mówi.
I wasn't able to get a clear look. I can only describe the feeling I got from her as a resonator.
R?
It would seem this resonance ability can only last for so long.
I'll look for a way to find this person you mentioned.
Something tells me you will keep your promise. No matter the outcome, this may be my chance to find the answers I've been looking for.
Rover? Rover!
Land Rover.
Goodness, you're finally awake. How are you feeling? Any headache, tingling feet, upset stomach? Phew, I tried everything, but you just wouldn't wake up. I thought you were... Wait a second. Did you actually fall asleep listening to my music? Oh. It kind of breaks my heart to know you reacted like that when it wasn't even a lullaby.
Jezu. Ta dramaturgia.
It was really helpful.
Helpful for your sleeping troubles, hmm?
No nie, no toż patrz.
Wow. So 𝗪𝗺𝗃𝗃𝗏 created a special connection that led to some unexpected developments.
Aż jej się uszy podniosły.
Is she friend or foe? What truths lie behind the seal, and who is that mysterious wandering figure? I have a feeling this is going to be a very exciting song. I'll pass this information on to Lady Carlotta. So, what do you plan to do next?
Szukam tej baby. O,
Pardon the intrusion, my lady. My name is Sebastian. As per my lady's instructions, I have been entrusted with the honor of inviting you to the Fisalia estate for a discussion.
kolejni chcą z nami
The
gadać?
Fisalia family? The one that's likely worshipping the 𝗪𝗺𝗏𝗏𝗏? Why does she want to talk with me?
Znaczy o teraz ogólnie.
My lady has expressed a desire to clear up some unfortunate misunderstandings that occurred previously.
Tell her I accept the invitation, but at a later time.
I will convey your message to my lady.
expect the head of the Fisalia family to come looking for you. Especially while they're still in the middle of negotiations with Lady Carlotta. She's just as unpredictable as the rumors say. I suppose you would want to know more about her before taking up her invitation, hmm?
No właśnie, kim ona
She's
jest?
known to be a recluse and rarely makes public appearances. No one outside the family even knows her real name. They just call her the head of the Fisalia family. I've heard quite a few rumors. Which one would you like to hear first?
Dawaj, lecimy od góry.
I have Shadow of the Ancient, Lady Bane, or maybe Entangler of Hearts.
O, fucking. O, to wszystko będą piosenki?
Hello, that's why they're called rumors. I'm just doing my due diligence by being faithful to the source material. So, ready to dive right in?
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Well, long story short, the Fisalia family was one of the first to set foot on these islands and establish order in Renacita. Their lineage even predates the Order of the Deep, and their craft of extracting toxins from aquatic plants is a legacy passed down through generations. Word is, they select the new head of household by having candidates ingest each other's poisons and wait to see who's still breathing when it's all over. Stories about the current head of the Fisalias get even wilder. They say she didn't go through the usual selection process. Instead, she took the throne by poisoning her predecessor.
What? To jest grube.
Others say she's a master in the art of manipulation, drowning her victims in hallucinations until they agree to her terms without even realizing it.
Brzmi jak niebezpieczna postać.
In any case, the Fisalia family aside, she's someone you definitely want to handle with care. If you're set on meeting her, I'd be extra careful if I were you.
The way she describes the head of Fisalia reminds me of how 𝗪𝗺𝗃 spoke about the wandering figure by the barrier.
To może być ona, kurde.
Can't rule out the possibility that they're the same person. Looks like I'll need to pay her a visit.
O, dobra. Gdzie ona przyjmuje? Okej. O, jest teleport. Tu. Dobra.
Hello. I received 𝗪𝗺𝗃𝗀𝗃's memo. To think the head of the Fisalias approached you when I was still in negotiations with her emissaries. Was it meant to be a diversion all along? They invited you and you alone. As a Montelli, I'm in no position to intervene. That being said, if the Fisalias try anything against you, I'll get you out. Even if it means storming through their front gates. In the meantime, I'll keep looking for more information and the person 𝗪𝗺𝗃 mentioned to you.
Zdaje się, że Carlotta naprawdę nam ufa, co nie? Tak jest czuć, że jak na osobę, która wyrastała w takim jak to nazwać, takim nie wiem, taki jakby,
Now, if you'll please, just...
brzmi jak to bardzo skomplikowana sytuacja w takim politycznym względzie, nie? Więc ufanie komuś po wyjściu z takiego domu, będąc egzekutorką jeszcze, ogólnie grubo.
One moment, please. I shall inform milady of your arrival.
That won't be necessary. To keep our honored guest waiting would be most improper. Especially when it was I who extended the invitation. 𝗪𝗺𝗪𝗃𝗧, 36th matriarch of the Fisalia family. I'm pleased to make your acquaintance. Honorable laureate, the new crown of the Carnival. Very well. If you insist, I see no reason to refuse. You may also call me 𝗪𝗺𝗪𝗃𝗧.
Cantarella! Hej, ona jest teraz... była. Jest? Bo ta postać to jest wraz z... tą postacią, co mam teraz. One obie są na jednym banerze. Znaczy, to są dwa różne banery, ale w tym samym czasie, więc jakby... Zdecydowałem, że z obu tych postaci wybiorę to tutaj, bo potrzebuję jakiegoś DPS-a mocnego. Więc wybrałem ją. Ale na tamtą też się zastanawiałem. Ja bardzo nie lubię, kiedy gra każe iść w tempie bohatera, który chodzi wolniej niż ty. Najgorzej. Nie patrzcie się na dekolt, nie patrzcie na dekolt. Masakra. Ta ma chyba największy ze wszystkich postaci. Ale to trochę pasuje do jej osoby, jaką jest.
My way of apologizing for the incident with Gilberto. Members of the family may have troubled you, but there is no stain that can't be washed away. Every sorrow has its own way of fading, don't you think? You still hold a grudge. Won't you accept my apology?
Nie no, napij się, ona nie otruje cię, to jest, jej by się to nie opłacało. Porwanie mnie, zatrucie, zabicie jest bezsensowne. Łatwiej kogoś zabić bez zapraszania do domu. Uważam, że to nie jest zatrute, że to jest nielogiczne. Jeżeli ta osoba jest tak bardzo podejrzana, jak ma być podejrzana?
Is it from Jinzhou?
Jeżeli ta osoba jest tak dobra, jak oni mówią, to o coś innego chodzi. Będzie władzę. Nasza śmierć nie da władzy. My po jej stronie. Po innego.
I invited you here to ask that you might serve as a mediator.
Before we get into that, there's something I want to know.
I imagine it concerns the Fisalia family's true beliefs. It would seem Gilberto's mind is beyond saving. But let's not dwell on that. What is your opinion on the current state of Ragusa?
Cisza przed burzą.
So you've noticed something is amiss. As expected, from someone who's felt the weight of a Threnodian invasion firsthand. And what exactly do you find most unsettling?
Why haven't the Threnodian and the Sentinel ever shown themselves?
Because the Threnodians' invasion of Ragusa has long since concluded. The Threnodian, so named Leviathan, possesses the power to merge and assimilate. It uses distorted beliefs to spread a spiritual plague that slowly devours civilizations from within. Though the previous 2 attempts were thwarted, the tall mast of the galleon that is 𝗪𝗺𝗃 has already been snapped in half. Now the blissfully ignorant masses walk hand in hand toward an abyss they cannot see. Friend or foe? As a newcomer to this land, can you really tell them apart?
Sugerujesz, że The Order zaatakowało Worship? Synodian? Sprawdzę. A czczą! O kurde, przepraszam. O Jezu, dlaczego mi się tak... A, te war mi się tak wzięło. Idź. Dobra, potrzebuję sobie zapamiętać i powtarzać. Bardzo ładne słowo. Ojej.
Yes. And no. On one hand, there's the truth of the Order's beliefs. On the other, there's our family. The Threnodian doesn't take kindly to those who know the truth. We've always been under its whispers. Once the soul fractures, the mind will follow, until only a puppet remains. Now that we've come this far, there's nothing for me to hide. My only hope is that once you learn everything, you will carefully consider my request. Come, the truth you seek lies in the deepest part of the castle.
Okay.
It's thick with dust. Hard to believe they're truly worshipping it.
Curious about that statue. It represents the unbroken friendship between the Fisalius and the Order. But in the eyes of outsiders, it is more a symbol of defeat and submission.
Okay. To jest bardzo ciekawe, bo dominacja i uległość to są słowa sprzeczne. Jakoby dominacja była tą siłą nad, a uległość pod. Ale tak nie jest. Te obie wartości są równe. Bo żeby móc dominować, uległa osoba musi na to pozwolić. Na tym polega ta równość. Bez pozwolenia nie ma dominacji. Jest jakby przełamanie tej bariery.
The aroma from these plants. It's the same scent that was in the study.
This is it.
Kiedy przełamie się tą barierę dominacji, to wtedy nie ma już uległości dominacji, tylko jest...
Are you prepared?
O, tylko jest raczej bycie ofiarą jako osoba
Now that
uległa.
we're here, I'm afraid I can't let you leave, even if you want to.
Okay. Secret room. Kurwa, jaki wielki ten Jezusie! To większy niż ta główna sala. Excalibur mają swój. Wow. Mają miecz ze skrzydłami, ale jazda.
Just as I expected, the Threnodian took notice of you the moment you learned the truth. What you see in this sanctuary is the Sentinel in their true form.
Ona ma z tego całego Sentinela siebie w
A
piwnicy?
majestic steed that galloped with the wind, not a creature of the ocean's depths. The Order worships a half-horse, half-sea creature divinity, a form the Sentinel assumed only after being corrupted by the Threnodian. Although the Sentinel's will has yet to fade, who knows how much longer they can endure. I wish to ask you to persuade the Sentinel of 𝗪𝗪𝗄𝗃, to come to Renacita, to save 𝗪𝗺𝗺𝗃.
Co powoduje, że uważasz, że mogę to zrobić? Że jestem w stanie?
Both 𝗪𝗪𝗄𝗃 and 𝗪𝗺𝗃 owe you their future. That makes you the only person capable of this task.
Okej. Jest w tym coś.
I understand the position you are in. Word has it that you're currently staying at a hotel and are at odds with the Order. Perhaps a stay at my estate would suit you for the remainder of your time in Renacita. I can offer you a glimpse into Renacita's past, and you'd be spared the Order's unwelcome attention.
There might still be a path forward. Carlotta once helped me interpret some stained glass images. The story it told was very similar to what you described, only more biased towards the Order. It mentioned a maiden who would emerge as the Sentinel's resonator and later save Renacita. Do you think that's also a lie?
Care to elaborate?
Okej, opisz mi to.
The part regarding the maiden isn't entirely fiction. The Sentinel does indeed appoint a maiden to be their resonator, though not in the way the 𝗪𝗺𝗃 would have you believe. No. It's through resonance with a very particular artifact.
No, to nie jest tak, jak Joe znalazł swoją rezonatorkę.
That's because 𝗪𝗺𝗺𝗃𝗃 wields the power to split and manipulate space. With it, they can withdraw a portion of power. That power's frequency will match the 𝗪𝗺𝗺𝗃's own. This is how the Sword of Divinity, 𝗪R𝗺𝗺, came to be. A blade sealed with the very powers of the Sentinel, and the artifact used to select their resonator.
I co, podniesiemy jej?
The sword is to resonate with the Sentinel. Only the chosen one may hope to draw it.
Legenda stara jak świat.
The martyred maiden. The nature of her resonance is unclear to me. Perhaps she resonated with the Threnodian, or perhaps with the Sentinel in its corrupted form. But choosing her could not have been the Sentinel's will. That's because the maiden was already dead.
Wow. Prawdziwa maiden została już wybrana?
In the past, each year the Fisalia family would hold the divine trials to select those with the strongest will. These young women would attempt to resonate with 𝗪R𝗺𝗺's powers, while overclocked, of course. Though none succeeded, some saw fragments of the truth hidden within the resonance. I was one of them. There was a moment where I glimpsed the Sentinel's corrupted form and the inverted ruins suspended in the sky. I also learned that only 𝗪𝗺 can break the barrier of that sonorosphere.
Czyli jednak.
When I
No
awoke
wie.
from that vision, I discovered a line of words inscribed onto my hand. I would never mistake my own handwriting. That is precisely why I'm searching for other possibilities. The words were, "The maiden is dead."
Kurde.
An inverted ruin suspended in the sky. Her and 𝗪𝗺𝗪𝗂𝗧 descriptions bear many similarities.
Okej.
If 𝗪𝗺 is the key to entering the sonorosphere, it stands to reason that 𝗪𝗺𝗺 may have played a role in the sphere's creation. If I can confirm that 𝗪𝗺 was truly left by 𝗪𝗺𝗺, at least it would prove that neither are lying. Cantarella said she was overclocking when she tried resonating with 𝗪𝗺. That's exactly what happened with 𝗪𝗺𝗃. Could 𝗪𝗺𝗺 be trying to restore their power through a second awakening? If that's the case, my permission should cause a reaction. That's one way to confirm what they're saying.
Będziesz zła, jeżeli będę chciała wyjąć miecz?
I suppose all that's left is its symbolic value. However, do handle it with care. It is a family heirloom. I've heard of your unique methods and formidable strength.
Proszę, niech ona to podniesie i zmieni się w Wonder Woman. Please. To będzie hit. Taki wiecie, taki strój. No. No i kurwa. Nie spać, zwiedzać, zapierdalać.
Rover, who are you really?
Who calls me the arbiter? Kurwa, dajcie mi ten miecz, please.
Arbiter?
Well, I have some information and theories of my own. Care to hear them?
Please, enlighten me.
Enlighten one. Oświecony. Świecona. Będę miała ten. Dobieranie jabłek, fajny nożyk.
I would never have imagined someone already considered a martyr could still be alive. What surprises me even more is the connection you have with the Sentinel. We Fisalias revere 𝗪𝗺𝗺𝗺 as our one true divinity. And yet, here you stand, the arbiter of the Sentinel. Would it be more fitting to address you as master?
Okej, zostawmy to, jak było.
Then, I present my request once more. Are you willing to help rescue our Sentinel and pull Renacita back from the brink of chaos?
Mamy układ.
𝗪𝗺 can only serve its purpose while in your hands. You should have it.
The only question now is how we reach 𝗪𝗺𝗪𝗂𝗧 and 𝗪𝗺𝗺𝗺's sonorosphere.
We can discuss it on the way.
Ja dostanę miecz?
So you are the one that 𝗪𝗺𝗪𝗂𝗧 sensed wandering outside the sonorosphere.
A question that you already know the answer to. Why bother asking? Although being described as a jellyfish. There is a cable car in the lower levels of the Fisalia estate that leads directly to the sonorosphere. The mechanism inside that can activate the lifts.
Are all these mech?
Wow, sorry. Tyrwin.
Why do the Fisalias have a
Uwa.
cable car that leads directly to the 𝗪𝗺𝗃𝗏?
Before it became a sonorosphere, it was a seminary known as the Avenolium. The martyred maiden once pursued her studies there. A superficial harmony needed to be maintained between the Fisalias and the Order, and this underground cable...
O Jezu, znowu przerwał. Sorry, ja zapominam o tym, że trzeba poczekać. Proszę, no też nie każcie mi patrzeć z pierwszej osoby. Po co ja mam się patrzeć na to?
Are you still gathering your thoughts?
Everything that's happened has all lined up so perfectly. It makes me think it's too good to be true.
I'd like to share a different perspective. Rivers eventually converge into the same ocean. If a goal is mutual, then it's only a matter of time before they meet. Our choices and our will have led us to this situation, not the wishes of fate.
You are quite different from what the rumors say.
Oh, and what rumors have you heard?
That you're a recluse, a mystic obsessed with the crafting of poison. Oh, and that you poisoned your predecessor. Those kinds of rumors.
A recluse? On the contrary, I've been searching for a solution to the Sentinel's plight, and rarely return to Renacita. After most of my leads fell short, a friend at Mingting in Huanglong introduced me to the stories they were telling of you.
A friend?
All the affairs of Huanglong's states eventually land in one person's hands. Would you care to take a guess at the identity of this friend of mine?
Why not put the other rumors to rest?
Because the rest of them are all true. I see it'll take more than that to rattle you, huh? I assure you, this is no jest. We Fisalias have lived under the Threnodians' whispers for generations. Once the soul fractures, the mind will follow, until only a puppet remains. When the soul of the ruling head falters, Fisalia tradition dictates that the successor usher them into eternal slumber, with a poison of their own making. My succession ritual? Well, an unforeseen incident gave rise to whispers that sparked those rumors.
How long has this been going on?
For centuries. Every generation.
Crazy rodzina.
Outside, they call me the Bane, but historically every head of the Fisalia family has carried such a title. It just so happens that I am the most potent one yet. We've reached the old seminary's undercrypt. The gateway into the sonorosphere itself lies at its center. We shall continue on foot from here.
Jellyfish. Jak to jest być jellyfish?
Strange.
Ona nie może mi się teraz spodobać, bo bo nie ma opcji, żebym ją dostał teraz, więc jakby... No, ale nudne. Bez sensu. O Jezu. Mage'u nie robi. Boring. Dobrze jej nie wziąłem. Nie no, ładne ma te animacje, ładne.
Hey, didn't think there would be 𝗪𝗺𝗲𝗪 here.
No kurwa, ona jest crazy, nie? Oh, wow. To jest epicka. Jesus Christ.
What exactly happened here?
The second dark tide. It occurred right here at the Avenolium, the largest seminary ever built by the Order. It arrived on the very day the Blessed Maiden passed her trials and was crowned by the Order. A day when belief burned brighter than ever. And when
Ciekawe, czy jak wybierasz broń dla Cantarelli, to czy to jest parasolka?
These days, what most people remember is the seminary disappearing into the sky. But in truth, the dark tide that should have spread across Rinascita vanished along with it. Yet due to a lack of records, the second dark tide slowly faded from memory. I was there when it all happened, still an ordinary member of the family, watching it unfold from a boat just outside the seminary. It wasn't until later, when I attempted to resonate with Turvin, that I gained a partial glimpse of the sonorosphere's interior.
Sounds like someone inside the seminary did something to stop the spread.
Precisely. It could very well have been 𝗪𝗺𝗪's doing, but, as with the first time, there's also the chance it was the Sentinel who turned the tide. I can sense the conflict within you.
Postoję chwilę, żeby ona dokończyła.
To trust your maiden. But it's best to keep those thoughts to yourself for now. For the Threnodian knows where the heart is weakest, and it is there it strikes the hardest.
Już? Na pewno? Bo już nie będzie cofnięcia.
Of course, it's never too late to place your trust when the evidence is clear. But now is not the time, is it? What a divine breeze.
Skrzynka! No skrzynka? Why? Why no skrzynka?
Why not savor this,
Aha, musiałem się... Co jest? Co jest? A jest bariera, rzeczywiście. Czy sfera, czy coś.
The gateway into the sonorosphere is just on the other side of this bridge. This is the furthest I've ever managed to venture.
Okej.
Judging from the bits of information the Sentinel gave me, Turvin is the key to entering the sonorosphere. And who can wield the sword of divinity but a blessed maiden?
Googlowałem ten miecz, niestety nie będę mógł go używać. No chyba, że w tej misji jeszcze będę miał okazję się z kimś bić, ale nie ma go na liście. Tylko miecze do używania.
Laureate, you have come. Greetings. I'm 𝗪𝗺𝗪𝗪, and you are?
Jellyfish.
Cantarella Fisalia.
Oh, a Fisalia. It seems your ties with the Order are more complicated than they appear.
I had the privilege of watching the Blessed Maiden's performance at the Carnival once. I'm rather surprised. After all this time, you still look exactly as you did that day. But you and I should be around the same age.
I'm also unsure of what's happened to me. I've been searching for answers. This must be the Sword of Divinity. 𝗪𝗺, the one with the Sentinel's powers sealed within.
You shouldn't have knowledge of this sword.
Memories flowed into my mind just as you entered the sonorosphere, granting me information about the sword's origins.
𝗪𝗺 said that only those who resonate with 𝗪𝗺 are granted glimpses of its knowledge.
Would you mind if I tried touching it?
Rzeczywiście, ten miecz wygląda, jakby pasował do niej. W sensie do jej całej postaci.
Is now perfectly clear. If I am not the Sentinel's resonator, then that must mean...
Don't jump to conclusions just yet. That doesn't prove you're the 𝗪𝗺dian's resonator, nor that you aid its cause.
Huh?
Sprawy mogą być bardziej skomplikowane niż sobie wyobrażasz.
This connection formed between the Sentinel and the 𝗪𝗺dian, the second dark tide, and the forming of this sonorosphere.
Right now, you're the sole survivor of whatever happened that day. You really don't remember anything?
Z jakiegoś powodu ona ciągle
As you
istnieje.
spoke, I remembered a few more things. There are two other swords.
O, fucking. Jeszcze dwa?
The Sword of Discord, 𝗥cis, and the Sword of Virtue, 𝗪𝗺𝗪𝗄𝗏. Yes. Did you see them too? Placing the three swords on their respective pedestals should break the seal over the main tower.
O, spodziewałem się, że to będzie bardziej...
Should be revealed to me now.
If we do nothing, we'll never get any answers. Instead of speculating, we should use the clues we've gathered so far.
Lady Maiden.
Please, 𝗪𝗺𝗪 would suffice. I am but a fake after all.
I've waited for this moment, this chance to save the Sentinel and my family. I will not turn back, even if this does turn out to be a trap. If the thought of the final answer troubles you, then I suggest you step aside. Rover and I will take care of this matter.
Since you are willing to overlook the possibilities of a trap, then there's no reason for me to worry and turn away. I underestimated your resolve. I'm sorry.
Jak się tam dostaniemy?
Simply place 𝗪𝗺 on the pedestal behind me, and this tower will elevate itself.
What you said to 𝗪𝗺𝗪 back there?
Rather effective on someone of her personality, wouldn't you?
Jesus Christ. Kurwa, akurat to, że ta wieża odleci, to się nie spodziewałem. Spodziewałbym się, nie wiem, że pod ziemię się schowa, wiesz, że będzie dodatkowe piętra jakieś. Ale że odleci? Wow. Znaczy ty wiesz, że muszą zawsze latać. Jak to się dzieje w ogóle? Jesteśmy tak wysoko, że grawitacji nie ma? Beka. Kurwa jest, ale jest wszystko na odwrót. The fuck? Leciliśmy do jakiegoś miasta nad chmurami. Kurwa, Abby miał rację. Miał rację. Bez jaj.
Are you all right? The gravity that occupies this space is the opposite of what you're used to. It took me some time to get used to it too.
Co to miejsce jest? Do góry nogami? Taki mamy klimat, tak?
I believe it's to prevent them from falling to the ground.
Ich?
Tacit discords, the dark tide, and these ruins themselves.
Aha.
I imagine it's also a symbolic reminder that our beliefs have been turned on their head. This view matches with what I saw at the time.
Until you get used to the gravity here, I suggest we travel via phone.
I co?
It's the name I gave to a gondola.
A. Która buforowała, jakby YouTube odpaliła na 3G. No, mam miecz z powrotem. Jej. La la la. Mogę tu latać? Oczywiście, że nie. Zajebiście to wygląda, kurde. Rewelka. Takie niepokojące to jest dla mnie. Że coś jest na odwrót, niż powinno być. Nice. Wow. Nie będę kłamał, lubię takie rzeczy. To dla mnie tak percepcyjnie zabawne po prostu. Takie tak świata raczej nie widzi na co dzień, nie? Ja wiem, że tam gdzie w Polsce są chyba ze 2 domy, które są na odwrót zbudowane, nie? Że dachem na dole, nie? Czy coś. Ale tu jest jakby całe miasto, nie? Jakby what?
Oh dear, I completely forgot about this.
Can we make room for one more?
Greed will get you punished, you know.
I'm afraid phone would refuse that suggestion.
The two of you can go on ahead.
O, słodka nas wysłała. A ja właśnie bardziej chciałem ich wysłać razem.
You look distracted. Still thinking about what 𝗪𝗺𝗃 said about fearing answers?
My powers are very weak, and many tacit discords roam the sonorosphere. Thus, I've been limited in the areas I can explore. All I can do is sit here, lost in thought, trying to figure out who I am.
Are you afraid of knowing the answer?
We'll be arriving at the first water rise soon. A few details, if you don't mind.
Feeling nervous?
Of course. The last time I tried to pass it like this...
Do mokre? Fan serwis. Sorry. Myślałem, że będą tak...
Where
prawda, ta gra jest o tym, że wszyscy chcą przelecieć rower.
Won't happen again. As for the rest of the way, I see it clearly now.
Nie masz twarzy. Rower. You lost your face.
Vines, over there. And that statue.
I can feel strong remnant energy coming from it.
The Order's remnant spark must be inside the statue. Legends speak of how the first Primus used it to purify the first dark tide. I see now. The lingering remnants of the dark tide must be trapping the spark. To release it, we'll need to clear away the remaining remnants binding it. Once we have the remnant spark, we can use it to burn through the vines.
Okej. No dobrze, ale wydaje mi się, że na dziś to wystarczy. Serdecznie dziękuję za oglądanie. Do usłyszenia, no i cześć.
I thought I'd slip away quietly and avoid any fuss. But now, here I am dealing with all of you.
Were you singing just then?
Yes, a farewell song from the people of 𝗪𝗪𝗃𝗃𝗏. We usually sing it when a friend is about to leave. I have reached my final destination. One last swan song, and then the lights go out.
Dziękuję bardzo za oglądanie mojego materiału. Mam nadzieję, że Wam się podobało. Jeżeli Wam się spodobało, pamiętajcie, żeby kliknąć kciuk w górę, zasubskrybować i kliknąć dzwoneczek. Wszystko, aby zawsze być na bieżąco. Jeżeli macie coś do napisania, napiszcie komentarz, dzięki temu będę wiedział, że jesteście, że Wam się podoba i przede wszystkim, że chcecie, żeby tych materiałów pojawiało się więcej. Dodatkowo, jeżeli chcecie się wdzięczyć za to, co robię i podoba Wam się moja praca, pamiętajcie, że możecie kliknąć w moją nazwę, wejdziecie do strony głównej mojego kanału, kliknąć opcję wesprzyj i za 2 zł, 10 albo 30 zostaniesz wspierającymi według Waszej tutaj chęci i potrzeby oddania trochę tej dobroci w moją stronę. Dziękuję bardzo za oglądanie, trzymajcie się, do usłyszenia i życzę Wam miłego dnia. Bardzo serdecznie dziękuję wszelkim wspierającym za to, że jesteście. Dziękuję tym, którzy byliście wspierającymi i dziękuję wszystkim tym, którzy po tym właśnie filmiku zdecydowaliście się na wsparcie. Przede wszystkim to nie jest tak, że wspieracie osobę, która ma tysiące widzów. Wspieracie małą społeczność, której dzięki każdej osobie z Was, każdej złotówce, którą mi przelejecie, każdym 2 złotym, które jesteście wspierającymi ptasiakami, za każdą tą jedną osobę bardzo serdecznie dziękuję i za każdą tą złotówkę dziękuję, ponieważ dzięki temu po prostu mam chęci, mam motywację i przede wszystkim mam dodatkowe finanse, które pozwalają utrzymać ten kanał i utrzymać wszystko, co się wokół niego dzieje, włącznie z kosztami prądu, kosztami kupowania nowego sprzętu, kupowania nowych gier i w ogóle całego czasu, które spędzam, czy to nagrywając, czy to streamując i czy to, jeżeli w przypadku wielu sytuacji rozmawiając i wspierając osoby, które w jakiś sposób czują się gorzej. Więc moja działalność jest bardzo szeroka i cieszę się, że doceniacie ją. Jeżeli ktoś z Was czuje się gorzej i chciałby ze mną porozmawiać i ma jakieś takie problemy, możecie do mnie napisać, zagadać. Wszystko na Discordzie, a link do Discorda w opisie.